I was born in Wabamun, Alberta, not too far from here, in January the 12th, 1918. Well, when we first joined up, they had this anti-tank was a two-pounder, and then they had a big gun you held at your shoulders, 50mm gun, and you're supposed to shoot a tank with that, which is a 50mm gun, which is a very small gun, half-inch. And they said we were supposed to shoot between the turret and the tank, and you should jam it. This is their bright ideas, Well, we was all at Portsmouth, ready to go. We didn't know who was going to go. Then you take your turns going. And we knew he was going to go. That was it, because we was all confined to barracks. There was no leave after that. We knew he was heading there. Finally, after that many years, sitting around wondering what was going to happen, and it was the day we was anxious to get at it. And it was a job that had to be done. Got into Conway to push the enemy back. Really was doing well until we got ahead of where we should have been. And this is when the American bombers come in, and they were supposed to bomb ahead of us, but they bombed us instead. And then right after that, then the Germans put a counterattack on us, because they knew he was weakened after. They knew what was going on too. But it was just an honest mistake, I guess, because actually we was farther than we should have been. We go in with a whole convoy of tanks, and there would be a officer ahead of us, and we'd have to follow our officer and then relay orders back to what we were supposed to do, to deploy in different places when we meet the other tanks. And not only tanks, we had to blow up observation posts and stuff like that. A lot of the church steeples had observation posts in them. And it would blow them to pieces if we could, if we knew there was somebody in there, and he pretty well was. Well, it was just before we got into Falaise, and we were getting hammered pretty heavy with the German tanks, and his tank, his SP, got direct hit on it. And it naturally blew up, and he's in there screaming. Well, he can't do nothing about it. He's just watch. There's no way of saving anybody there. That shows that. Well, you couldn't use a body was nothing anymore. So you could drive over. You had to. You couldn't pick anybody up. We didn't. I won't say we didn't, but wasn't too concerned about the ones shooting at us. It was more the ones that shooting at our pals, hitting them. We was all trying to protect each other, I guess. But a lot of it I've tried to forget, and I have forgot a lot of it since, I guess. But some things you don't forget. Just little scenes like that comes to your mind. We'd been there for several hours. It was an ongoing battle. It was going on, yeah. We'd been there. In fact, it was the second day in there, I think, when it happened. It was in Falaise. We was not in Falaise itself. We was in the outskirts of Falaise where it happened. There was tanks coming over the horizon at us, and we're firing at the tanks, knocking them out as fast as we can. We got 2 or 3 tanks there. When you see their turrets turning around, trying to take an aim on you, try to get them before they get you. Our gun got blown up. We got a hit from 88 too, and I happened to be outside. There was 2 of us outside, off the ground, and we got hit with shrapnel, and the rest was dead. After I got hit, I can't remember anything after that. We were taken to a base hospital there in France. Then they shipped us by plane over to England, and I woke up in England. A lot of your other friends, you see them dropping. You lost all your friends. Well, not all of them, but most of them.
Why is it important that we're here today talking like we are here, Jeff?
I suppose so that people would know what it was like themselves. Some little inkling of what we went through. I hope so anyway. I hope it'll do some good. Kind of prevent that happening again.
I want to say thank you for being here today, talking to me like we are here right now. And I want to say thanks for everything you did for us back then.
Well, thank you for asking me.
That's where I met him. Oh, he was quite a lad, I'll tell you. He'd crawl out, I'd see him going out on hands and knees. He'd go out there, you never knew who was going to run into him, but boy, he'd come back with a bag of vegetables anyway. They'd have a big stew the next day. Growing up, had one time, we had a lot of the officers in have it with us. Tilly went in after dark. Well, they had geared up something great, they thought it was, artificial light. They tried that night, put it up, lit everything up. Well, I hear them coming, someone with big English, and he, come on, you Canadians, come on, get it. We couldn't see them, but they'd see us.
These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged high, and though it hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell, the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, in every line in your palm. We're fools to make